Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Lamo Black. We're here with another video of the Tamiya TT-02. So this is my overview, kind of review kind of thing. Cause I've already built this car. So I'm about to tell you some real facts. Cause I am the creator. Not the creator of the car from scratch, but the one who built it up from chassis. So let's get this battery out. And let me tell you what battery. Let me tell you about all the electronics, and then we'll get in with all the mechanical stuff. Now, the battery that I am using for this car, currently using for this car, is a Duratrax battery, 1,800 milliamp battery. So obviously, it is a 7.2 volt. The only voltage you can put in the stock systems is probably 7.2 volt. Anything less or anything more will probably blow it up. This is not nickel metal hydride. This is a nightcap battery, and this is actually my drill start battery for my Exceed modifier. But that engine can't use drill starts no more, so I got a starter box over there. Anyway, that's a different video. We're gonna go move to the electronics. So for that battery to charge, it'll take like at least an hour, or maybe less if you're lucky. The battery charger I use is my Duratrax charger. Of course, you'll see it in other videos. You don't need to see it right now. So this is the battery charger I use to charge my batteries, the basic one. If I don't feel like using my balance charger, I'll use this. This is also a balance charger. It'll turn green and cut off when it's done. But that thing gets really hot. You might want to watch out for that one. It was smoking once. It gets hot real fast unless something is not charging correctly. So, because sometimes it doesn't get hot at all, it just stays warm. But you really need to watch out for that charger. I recommend using the $100 chargers you get from the hobby shop. Anyway. So back to this. It took me about a week, no, 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks. That's about almost 14 days to build it. I was taking breaks in between. If I recall, if I immediately try to guess how many days it actually took me without taking breaks, I'd say like 5 days. Or maybe a little more, I don't know. So, yes, I built it from scratch. I got help from my dad. Only on parts, like if I strip a screw, he would help me get it out, and that's about it. But I literally built this from the chassis. So we're using a torque-tuned, brushed motor in here. I don't know how many kVs. I'm not an electric guy much. I really focus on nitros, but I don't know how many teeth it got or anything, but we can crack it open maybe later in the video. So the ESC it came with was also a brushed ESC, and it says brushless ESC, but it uses 2S. So this is a 2S brushless. And to be honest with you, that Exceed car over there that I used, the Exceed Mad Drift, is a brushed motor, and it is ripping faster than this. So this car isn't all that, but building it was fun, I'll tell you that. But just getting a car like this without building it, just getting this car the way it is, I wouldn't really be too happy about it. But the fact that it was a kit makes it fun to use. So I was about to get up and do something, whatever. So oh yeah, yes, the screwdriver. It's like a car. I stripped the carburetor to my T-Max, so I need to buy a new one for it. So anyway, This car is really fun to use, and maybe it wasn't really, the parts that they let you fit on it wasn't really built so well, because like I said, well, I actually haven't said this, the steering servo was made poorly. Like, let me tell you, this right here is the exact part that's supposed to go on here. But the problem I had with it was when I first put it on, it kept rubbing on the shaft. But, you see, that's what you get for making it like that. That was a pretty dumb move for, making this part of the steering links to be very close to the shaft. So every time you turn it, you hear a clicking sound. And, you know, I guess something just wore out the more I used it, and now it started working. But for something like Tamiya to do is out of this world. I know, because Tamiya is like, I don't know if Tamiya is, but I see Tamiya as something that can go up against a Losi. You know, whatever. That's a whole different video. I may be wrong, but we're focusing on the Tamiya TT-02. Also this car tends to pop dog bones. I can't really say that, but it only happened once, where I was just driving, and I have never took it outside yet. I've been making tracks in the basement, and one tiny hit was like really slow. I hit the corner of the couch, and I saw the dog bone popping out. So just to get out the dog bone, you have to like take off the whole bottom, or if you want, front A-arm. I mean top A-arm. You know, all that. So anyway, let's crack open the gearing, and you can see what it looks like down here. 1 second. I know this car so well that I can probably take it apart and rebuild it completely without looking at instructions. I actually never finished this car, to be honest. There's mounts, but I'm not doing anything special with it, so I'm not planning on finishing it. There's just the mounts right here for the on and off switch I didn't put, so the on and off switch is just flying all over the place. Not flying, but sliding back and forth inside of the cage. No. But I like this car, so we're gonna crack this open. Already, just like 6 simple screws, and you got the stuff out. This is what it looks like under. So as you can see, for a brushless 2S 1/10 scale, it has plastic parts. Unlike the Exceed Madrift, the Exceed Madrift got metal parts. We can put them side to side and compare later. I should get the Exceed Madrift running. Anyway, you see it has a plastic spur gear. So, yeah, that would get you tight if you destroyed it in any way. But I'm not planning on upgrading it. It's fine the way it is. Of course, it got a metal pinion. I did the gear match myself. It's not too tight, not too soft, but like if you strip the gears, it's your fault. It's either it's not, they decided to make it plastic because this car is cheap, but if you were to break it, it would only be because you decided to go out of your way and upgrade the car because you couldn't, because you didn't want to play with it the way it is. You wanted something more faster, but you just had to understand that this isn't the right car to be upgrading. So you ended up stripping your gears, but it's okay because you should come with the extra in the box. Or you could have broke it because you just did the gear match wrong. And if you did the gear match wrong, that is completely your fault. I did the gear match right. That's why mine is working. So as you can see, not too tight, not too loose, just right. This even comes with a mount, so you can mount your the motor whenever you want, wherever you want. And you could also this goes to all motors, but you can also choose where you want the pinion to be, whether you want it to be in the front or the back or in the middle. You just make sure you don't lose that little nut in the hole. So that's pretty much it for that. All it really takes to build the shaft is a couple of spacers, a spur, and maybe like one pinion. Never lose these parts. Some parts are extra, some aren't. So in order to put this back on, you just put it on and screw it back in. That's all you have to do. As you probably see me doing this the first time while I built this car. Oops, a little mistake right there. Let me just cut through the video. Okay. So as for building wise, if I had a scale of 1 to 10 on how hard it was to build this, I'd say from easy to hard, I'd say like a 4 or a 5. The only annoying parts to building this was reading the instructions and being careful of what I do. Like how I was building the diffs, and I kept having to screw on and off the diff housing because I kept forgetting parts, whether I built them wrong or not. And I was supposed to put on 2 bearings, and I only put on 1 bearing, and that's why the shaft was like hard to turn and all. But I fixed that. And of course I stripped some screws, so I had my dad help me with that. And other than that, yeah, like I said, I'd give it a 5, 4, because all you had to do was build the shaft, and then do the diffs and all, and that's pretty much the only hard part. It's not even that hard. You just do the shaft part and put the spur gear on, listen to the instructions, put it by step, and then do the diffs, then just put on the diff housing, make sure it turns freely, and then you just build the shafts and the dog bones, put them together, and then you just put on A-arms, and that's it, because the front is 95% identical to the back. So, you know, that's about it. It's a nice car, really. It's not something that I'm planning on taking outside soon until I don't know, until I find a controller I want to use for it. Because when I lose my cold and when I lose my sickness, you know, I might put this back in a Bastard Sabertooth. If I bring this, why would I ever want to go out to an open space without my Sabertooth? So, you know. Charging it is easy. Playing with it is easy. I just play with it in the basement all the time, you know. Do my thing. It's pretty fun. Really fun. Now, and the body is nice too. Got like a little Ferrari or something. It had to paint it yourself. You know, make your own holes, cut your own holes for the body. You gotta do all that yourself. Also, the springs are pretty bouncy, I guess. You know, nothing special. So, you also have to build your own shocks. Like I said, you have to build everything. Now, if you're looking for an electric 1/10 scale kit, I suggest you get this because if you're like a beginner or something, this is really easy to build. And before you get into building anything big, you could start with this. People actually race these, you know. But if you compare this to something like this, it's like comparing, what is it like comparing? It's like comparing a Lamborghini to a Bugatti. Because, you know, the Lamborghini is the hottest car in the world, and it looks very nice, and everyone likes it for its looks. While the Bugatti is ugly to everybody and disgusting, yet nobody knows it's a better car. As I said, like how people criticize Exceed, but don't know that they're racing a piece of junk compared to this. Honestly, it's not a piece of junk. Let me rephrase that. This is an awesome car right here. It's just it just got more flimsy parts on it. So it's definitely not a piece of junk. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I'm talking about with that, because I didn't even buy this. My dad did. So thank him for that, because I play with this car more than I play with anything else. Mostly because I stay inside more. So, you know, I like this car, and I've been running it for a while. Oh yeah, also don't forget, you have to glue these tires yourself. They come with really nice tires. Nice and black. Tamiya connectors and all. So to get this running, all you need is a 7.2 volt battery that has a Tamiya connector. A nice receiver, and that's it. Just connect everything, get everything ready, and charge the battery, and you're set. So, what I like this on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to say 9. Yeah. So, why? Because it's just got one flaw I don't like, which is this the way they made the steering links, how it rubs against the shaft, and that's about it. Popping dog bones and all that is a whole different story, because I can fix that easily. But errors that you can't fix, that was an error from a manufacturer, is a letdown. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Also subscribe to the Nitro Mat, and you know, bye.